And then he just
All
back
right,
here.
friends. 5, 4, 3. Hello, how are you doing?
Okay.
Spectacular is fine after that.
All right, I would like everyone to give a big friend's welcome to Dr. Barfield. She's our
Hello.
So first things first, Pablo, that's Dr. Barfield.
Hello.
If you have a current event, wait till the end of the class to submit it. I don't want to get caught up in that right now. So today we are starting the Great Presidential Debate Unit. And hopefully this is going to be fun for everyone, but this will have some structure to it. It's not a free-for-all. Yes,
We
Leo?
should have like our class versus like Miss Sullivan's social science class.
Yes, we should. We should have that. We definitely should.
That's a good idea.
We would.
Isn't that a 7th grade class?
Rashid?
No,
social studies is 8th grade.
Friends,
Oh,
5. I will propose that. Maybe we will do that for fun, but you will be doing a debate, your debate in this class for your grade, and for your peers will be evaluating you, but we might do that for a fun thing. Collier, is the camera going? Can you just check?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Before we start, I have a question. Has anybody or everybody in here, show me by a show of hands, done like an organized formal debate before?
We did it
We
last
did it
year.
last
We did it last year.
Okay.
Oh, last year? Oh, yeah, it was last year.
All right, so you've done it. Okay, so you know the
Kind
format.
of.
Let me hand out my handouts.
Un peu de.
I'm going to hand out the project description. So you're getting a project description, a checklist, and a template. Don't look at it all yet. We're going to get to all of it. 1, 2, 3. Actually, could people help me hand these out? Could you
I got
hand
it.
these out?
Leo.
Could you hand these out? Hey Jackson, it's hard for me when I have to like stop everybody from talking every time I come back here. Thank you. Okay, so in your debate, 2 teams will go head to head. Each team will have 2 members. I am picking popsicle sticks to see who the teams are. In a few minutes. Thank you.
That's recorded.
So, here is the format that this debate will follow. I'll wait till the sheets are passed out so that I can. On my desk. So, and this is on your sheet if you want to follow along on your sheet. So, the first part of the debate will be opening statements. Team 1 will have one of its members deliver a 3-minute opening statement, and I will be timing. And you'll I should have said this, but I assume you knew this. You'll each have a president. Yes. You're going to have to give evidence and make a persuasive argument for why your president is the most influential and greatest president of all time. Yes.
And you'll be given one, you can't like select one.
Yeah, you'll be given one, yes. So, team 1 will deliver their first opening statement. You should give at least 3 to 4 reasons why your president had the most lasting impact, still influences our country, and why your president is the greatest leader. Wait a second. You should be providing factual evidence that you researched with those reasons. It's not just your opinion. And then team 2 will do the same thing. Yes, Tyler?
Never mind.
Okay. So that is the first part, the opening statements. The second part is the cross-examination. Each team will have a chance to ask 2 questions of their opponent. So when you're researching, you're going to research your president, but you also need to do some research on your opponent's president so that you can ask good questions. And then after they ask those questions, the other team will have a 1-minute chance to give a response or a rebuttal. Are we all good so far? Yes, Kate.
Are you allowed to talk to your teammate before you announce your rebuttal?
Yes, you should be, you can whisper, you should be writing notes also. You can talk quietly, yes.
How are the presidents decided? Like, how is it decided who they talk about?
I'm gonna let you pick out of a hat. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Kevin, yes.
Wait, so it's 2 teams of 2 going against each other. Are all the debates gonna be going on at the same time?
No, it's not gonna be a jigsaw like last time. So, while the 2 teams are up here, all the other classmates are gonna have, I'll call it a scorecard. And your classmates are all gonna be evaluating you. And you guys will get graded on your scorecards also, so you're gonna get rated. Your classmates are gonna write like 2 interesting points that you made about your candidate. We'll go over the scorecards later in more detail, but so each of your classmates will be actively engaged in watching the debate. Joey.
So let's say your partner is like really aggressive in his comment.
I wonder who
It's literally you.
Yes.
And how would you divide up how much time each person gets to like debate, I guess?
Oh, so the 3-minute opening, just one person gets to do that.
Okay.
So you guys will divide, each team member will get 3 minutes. So the first team member will get the opening statement, and then there's the 3-minute closing statement that the second team member can get. You guys will have to decide between the 2 of you who is going to answer the questions. You might want to do that beforehand, you might want to do it on the fly.
Got it.
You'll have to work that out. Yes.
Is there gonna be a way to like decide who wins the debate?
Yeah.
There will be, I will not make that decision, but we can do a vote.
That's
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we will do a vote,
Oh, no.
and maybe there will be some sort of prize that I think.
Ooh.
Don't have
Bring in the chocolate.
Would it be like a blind vote?
Alright guys,
Hot air balloon.
yes, Devin.
Actually, you probably answer this.
Okay, yeah, we have more information. So finally, the rebuttal and summation. And I apologize, the other team member will actually give a 2-minute summation. So that's like you're wrapping it up, you can restate your points, or you can rebut the other, if the other team said negative things about your president, you can rebut those points. Yeah, it says refute the negatives that were raised during the question portion of the debate and review the strengths and long-lasting impact of your president. Yes, Jim.
Okay, so I have a couple questions.
Okay.
So what if the time limit you go under or over?
Well, I'll tell you if you're going over, I'll call time. If you go under, that's fine.
Okay,
You
so
can-
you
You
can
won't
go
be,
It's
you won't be penalized for going under time, but you'll be evaluated on the strength of your arguments and if you made an effective rebuttal of your opponent's criticism. So
Alright.
if you can do that in less time, that's fine. You won't be graded on going under time.
And then my
Yeah.
other question is a quick one. What if people are like talking over each other? Because I know we had some trouble with that.
So, we will have some ground rules. Doing a formal debate requires respect and decorum. And that's why each team gets a certain amount of time, and during that time, the other team should not be talking or making any comments. So if there is disrespectful behavior, that will be reflected in my grading. And maybe your classmates also, if your classmates give a lot of feedback that they didn't think you were handling yourself maturely in the debate, then I also will take that into consideration. I'll do you and then I'll go to Katie.
Okay, sorry. Is this gonna be in front of everybody? Like, is the 4 people that are gonna be debating gonna be in front of everybody else who's not debating?
Yes, I just said that everybody in the class will have like an evaluation sheet.
Oh,
And they'll be watching the 2 sides debate and they'll be filling out the sheet. Which
Okay.
we'll go over that sheet later.
Got it.
Yes.
that if you finish your proponency speech early, you can say I reserve my right to
Yeah.
give the
Remainder
remainder of my time to
share.
my summation speech. Can we do that?
I'll
Because I
allow
know
that.
when you present a bill, that's how it's done.
Yeah.
I will, who did youth and
Youth and
government?
Youth and
here?
government.
Did
You
you?
go represent.
Okay.
I did youth and government when I was in middle school.
We
Did you
stopped.
enjoy it? Did you
Yeah,
enjoy
we
it?
really did.
Yes, I did.
We
I
were
was like a big.
I
We
felt
learned
it
a
was
lot,
gonna be too
though.
much writing.
Yeah, we learned
It was
how
it
to,
was the work.
I
Okay,
spend
anyway,
8 hours in the morning.
Katie, I don't wanna 100% answer that question yet. I'm not opposed to that. I just wanna sort of be consistent with the other class. So let me get back to you on that. Devin, did you have another question?
So, okay, so I just have a general, okay, so, first of all, sorry. So the first step is to like research or get our teams, and then we research about the person.
Mhm.
And then we
You
create
research
like,
about your person
Right.
and the opposing.
oh, and the,
Oh, I'll have
So-
to, you know what, we won't do that on the first day, cause I have to or yeah, we will, cause we have the matchups, actually,
okay,
the matchups are on your sheet, yes, so you'll know who
Okay.
your opponent's president is, and you have to research both yours
It's on
and.
the back.
and
of
so
the great-
then we
of
like
the
write
great
our
presidential-
proponency and summation.
I
Like, do we write it
actually,
beforehand?
so if you will need to, and I wanna be clear about this time, you need to put your research in a Google Doc with Chicago style bibliography, and it says that in the project description. This is also on a topic tile on the website. I would like you to indicate who did what research, like you can highlight it in a color. I would prefer not to have to go into the document and see who edited what. I would
Yeah.
like either different colored font or highlight, so I know which of you did which research. That'll just help me
Okay.
with grading. And then this, if you look at this graphic organizer, it's just a nice structure for your debate.
Okay.
So it has intro, body, conclusion. So this is what you would do for your whole opening statement. Is this, put everything in sort of this format.
Okay, one more question. So we write out our proponency speeches. Like we
Mhm.
don't just like make it up.
Well,
Okay.
let me put it this way, if you want
Can do
to
that.
memorize it and deliver it, that's fine, but you can't just kind of do it extemporaneously
Yeah, okay.
without preparation. If you wanna put it on note cards, you can do that, Rashid, if you wanna put it on a piece of paper,
Yeah.
or you
Just like
can
type it in printed.
memorize it and deliver it.
Oh my
But I need to see notes that correspond with what you're saying, because I will be checking.
Okay.
But yes,
What if you just,
hold on. Yeah, I said, you guys, because you have to do research in order to be able to do this debate. And I said to help with my grading this time, as opposed to the amendment poster, I want the Google Doc to clearly indicate who did what research.
You can go into
I said, I don't want to do that. I
so
want
we
you
should
to
just each
highlight,
like different colors.
either highlight or different colors.
What if after like we're done, we just go back and keep talking about
Oh my God, Liam.
Okay, never mind.
I think then, I could probably peek into the Google Doc and
Okay.
see who did that, so I would advise against that.
Wow, Liam.
yeah, so what if you just wrote down like on a note card or something like speaking points, but without like the, like
Actual
the,
wording?
yeah, without like a whole like script, is that okay?
That's fine, you can organize that however you want. Like I said to Rashid, it just, whatever speech you're giving has to go along with your
Yeah.
research.
Okay, got it.
They have to line up. Okay. This is good. I want a lot of questions now, so we're all on the same page. Okay. Matchups. Here are the matchups. George Washington,
I think
Abraham
we should do
Lincoln.
Obama versus Trump on
You know,
That'd be big.
Obama was on here from last year, and but here's the reason I didn't want to do Obama. You all, you have a memory of
That's
him
fair.
from your
That's
lifetime,
fair,
which
yeah.
is gonna create a bias. And, I mean, some people might have some feelings about these presidents, but you don't have like a
It's like you can't
lifetime
do a
memory of them,
Like,
because we want this to be objective. Yes, Collier.
Could we add Nixon?
Oh my god.
No, because this is, I also thought about this, I was like, why not, oh shoot, now I'm like blanking on the name. I thought of another president, but a president who, like Nixon has a black cloud over him, so that's not really good because there's a lot of bias. Like I think these presidents, you can find both positives and negatives. I think when we think of Richard Nixon now, it's overwhelmingly negative. So we want presidents that you can find sort of a balanced view on in your research. All right, I'm gonna forward from that. Debate strategy. All right, we're gonna watch a video. This is, I think, the Wellesley debate team, and they're gonna give you some debate strategy tips. Hopefully this helps.
That looks
Where's the
like
person from Youth Ago?
I know, that's what I
Hey,
thought.
presidential candidates, we hear you have a debate coming up. Lucky for you, the Wealthy Debate Society has a couple of tips.
Before the debate, remember these tips. Be prepared. Know your facts, stats, and sources. And bring water and cocktails, just in case. Be aware of your venue and its acoustics. And finally, it's game time. Go through your routine to get your head in the game.
In debate, we teach speakers to use the phrase claim, warrant, impact.
When making a claim, be accessible, coherent, and consistent, and know your strongest arguments.
Warrant means backing up what you're saying with facts and statistics. It means explaining what you're going to say and why it has relevance.
Impact. Tell us why you should care. Use frameworks if you have to. Make the stakes crystal clear.
While your opponent is speaking, remember these 3 tips. Listen, think before you speak, an interruption is a tool. Don't
No,
overuse it.
it's not a tool.
During your rebuttal, understand your opponent's arguments. Reframe it such that you can highlight inconsistencies in the strongest version of their argument.
While delivering your rebuttal, be concise, prioritize, and concede ground strategically. Don't be afraid to ask clarifying questions.
And don't dismiss your opponent's arguments.
And a few final tips. Be courteous, particularly towards your moderator.
And when your time is up, stop talking. Watch your face and tone.
And be aware of yourself. The audience can always see you. Not just the studio audience, but everyone watching at home too.
After the debate stops, take a deep breath. You did it. But don't forget to review your performance.
Well, that's it from the Wealthy Debate Society. To both candidates, one last thing.
Good luck!
Even though they were talking to presidential candidates, that was like a good.
They said interruption was a tool. Maybe you could.
Please.
I feel like you might overuse that tool.
That'll be a mess.
Yeah,
Yeah, so they're talking to presidential candidates and there is some interruption in that venue. Our debate structure is not the same. Looking to see.
We have 25.
We have 25.
Oh, we've got plenty of time. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're gonna watch one more fun thing that I found. Oh, and guys, actually, let me ask you this. I thought it might be fun on the days that we do the debates for people who are debating to dress up.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, yes!
I have a
Yes.
power suit.
Professional and serious.
Can we wear
I
suit
don't-
and ties?
You
Can I wear like a duck onesie?
No, not in a
How are you?
costume, not like Elton John.
Yes.
Take it. Like dressing up can be like khakis and a polo shirt. It could be like nice pants and a blouse. It could be a suit and tie. Whatever. Just like not jeans and t-shirts or
I'm
sweatshirts.
wearing a duck one.
So yeah, I
Are
don't
you
want
wearing
anybody
Easter
to
Bunny
feel
tie?
like they have to go out
I'm
and
gonna
buy.
wear a full suit and tie.
But are we? Who is in favor of dressing up? Me. Kind of.
I like that idea.
I don't really care.
4, 5, 6,
It can be
7.
fun, but I
Who
don't.
is not in favor?
I just want to walk
I
to
don't really
school
care.
Why you gotta
and
be
have a
in
valid
favor?
reason.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, you know what? We might revisit this. I kind of like the idea because maybe it'll make it a little more serious.
Does that or
Okay.
more?
So guys, we're going to look at some examples of famous presidential debate moments. I'm gonna stop the video, hopefully before or during it, and I want you to tell me what the person did right or wrong. So here we go.
I don't care what you say. Mama isn't.
Wait, I can't see it.
Oh,
I
move where you
can't
can see.
see. Can I turn off the lights?
Sure.
Oh goodness.
Oh no.
Oh, before that.
Oh, okay.
Good night, and I want you to know that also, I will not make age an issue of this campaign. I am not going to exploit, for political purposes, my opponent's youth and inexperience.
All right,
no.
shots. What was Reagan doing there?
He
Yeah.
was making a joke.
He was making a joke. He
It was
was
funny.
using, and what did that do?
Made people laugh.
And took shots at his opponents.
Yeah, it kind of, he was using humor to generate positive feelings, right? And
Even the other guy laughed.
even his opponent laughed.
Yeah.
So, all right, here's another. That was kind of a big tactic. Here's another.
Governor Reagan again, typically, is against such a proposal.
Look at this guy's face.
And you go again.
So,
Wait. So.
What do you
like, that was a comment whenever Reagan debated Jimmy Carter. Like Carter was always very serious and like whatever, and Reagan was always like, "There you go again," and it kind of just made anything serious that Carter said like seem insignificant. It was a tactic. He probably had like a debate staff that helped him develop that, but it kind of brushed away his opponent's serious comments. All right, this is a very famous.
Dale, your opening statement, please, sir. Who am I?
Oh no,
Why am I here?
What?
So what's happening with that guy? What's the do or do not in that situation? That's a guy like you wouldn't know in a debate. There was a man named Ross Perot who ran for president as a third party, not a Republican or Democrat, and actually got a large percentage of the vote, and that was his vice presidential candidate. How did you feel about that guy, just from like the 10 seconds?
He's a
So-
bum.
Somebody besides Collier, yes, Jackson.
He wouldn't win
Why?
because he didn't really do anything to really.
Did you take him seriously?
No.
No. Why?
He just looked like a funny guy, not really a funny.
He looked like he just looked like a funny guy. Yes.
And I immediately
President,
brushed him
that's
off
what
when he said, "Who am I and why am I here?" Because you should already
should.
know that.
He was. I mean, I think he was trying to say that. What were you gonna say, Katie?
No, it was a joke because people, I mean, it's always Democrats and Republicans going against each other, and he was kind of in the middle, and he's just like, why am I here? Who am I? Because that's what most people were thinking.
Yeah. So he was trying to make a joke, but it made him look less serious. So you got to be careful with your jokes and your delivery. Okay, another good one.
Governor, if Kitty Dukakis
All right, pay
were
attention.
raped and murdered, would you favor an irrevocable death penalty for the killer?
No, I don't, Bernard, and I think you know that I've opposed the death penalty during all of my life. I don't see any evidence that it's a deterrent, and I think there are better and more effective ways to deal with violent crime.
What did this guy do wrong? Does anyone know?
Didn't he like stars?
Wait,
He took too long.
raise your hand. Like, the moderator just said, if your wife were raped and murdered, would you support the death penalty? What did he do wrong?
He said no.
Rashid?
He took it out of context.
I wouldn't say that. What do we think? He just said your wife is murdered. Would you support the death penalty? What?
Sounds like insensitive.
Well, the moderator, yeah, is saying something really insensitive. What did this guy do?
He responded like he didn't call.
Yeah, he didn't flinch. He kept a poker face and he went into his policy speech. The moderator said like the worst thing that could ever happen to him, and he didn't flinch, and that made people think, what did you just say? Yeah, that he wasn't caring and feeling, that he only saw like the policy side of this issue, not the personal side. Okay.
We have a question right here.
Yes,
Just
how
look at
has
what
the
he's doing.
national debt personally affected each of your lives?
I think the national debt affects everybody. Obviously, it has a lot to do with interest rates. It has.
She's saying you personally. On a personal basis, how has it affected you?
He paid zero attention to the question.
Well, I'm sure it has. I love my grandchildren. I want to think that.
I have as much experience in the Congress as Jack Kennedy did when he sought the presidency.
Senator, I served with Jack Kennedy. I knew Jack Kennedy. Jack Kennedy was a friend of mine. Senator, you're no Jack Kennedy.
That's what the question.
What'd you think about that?
That was. Wow, it was clean.
Yeah, what were you,
That was-
say what you think, Keely. What did he assume?
I mean, I think he assumed that no one else really knew anything. And I don't know.
Well, yeah, so what was the difference between those guys, just like appearance wise, or?
He was young and the other guy was old.
I'm talking to Keely. Yeah, so what was the difference between them?
Well,
He just said it, yeah.
oh, well, because one was younger.
Yeah, age and experience, right?
So, like, one could have had, just like the other guy said, he knew.
Jack Kennedy. Who's Jack Kennedy? What's his
John
name?
John Kennedy's little brother.
No, they called JFK Jack Kennedy.
He was the
Robert
president.
Kennedy was his brother. He's referring to JFK, who people consider. So you said it at the beginning though, that younger guy whose name was Dan Quayle, he was the older George Bush's vice president. He assumed what when he said that?
I guess that he didn't know anything about,
Yeah, he assumed that the older guy,
didn't know anything about, what's his name?
Jack Kennedy.
John.
Yeah, John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, and
So,
then
yeah.
he kind of proved him wrong.
Yeah, he was, so Dan Quayle, that younger guy, didn't do his homework. He didn't do his research. He should have known that older guy was in the Senate with JFK. And he should have known that because of his age and his involvement in politics, that, so this is an example of like doing your background research and knowing when you say something to your opponent, what they might say back to you. All right, let's see let's
talk about the one before the.
what, oh, so what happened, there are a couple things that went bad with George Bush Senior. Do you wanna talk about that, Leo?
I completely forgot what happened. I just remembered it.
Okay, wait, sorry, I was calling. I'll come back to you, someone was raising their
Yeah,
hand.
he didn't listen to the person at all, and then he went on a tangent about what he was gonna do to like fix it without mentioning like any like kind of. He mentioned statistics without putting a face on it, which really kind of. Yeah, A, it didn't answer the question, and B, it wasn't really like it just not what they were like looking for.
Yeah, they were looking for a personal source. Yep.
Because the lady asked him about taxes, and a lot of people think that presidents and because they're rich and stuff that they don't have to do taxes.
Yep.
So he made it seem like he's gonna help other people, and then so it looked like he doesn't have to do anything with taxes, and
Yeah, he had no personal connection. Keely, did you what?
No, I was just gonna explain.
Oh, okay, sorry. All right, Liam, did you have anything else?
Oh, well, he just seemed like just distracted, not really paying attention.
Why did he seem distracted? Yeah, that was the first thing. There was sort of a highlight on that. He was looking at his watch.
And then he pulled his pants, and then he sat back or was like ready to.
Oh, I didn't even.
I don't know what he
notice.
was doing.
So, yeah, so when you're up here debating, remember everyone's watching you. So, and like whatever you do is going to affect how they perceive you. All right, let's see.
And this campaign is about. It's not like what's your philosophy and what's your position on issues, but can you get things done? And I believe I can.
You said in the Rose Garden, the day after the attack, it was an act of terror. It was not a spontaneous demonstration. Is that what you're saying?
Please proceed.
I I want to make sure we get that for the record, because it took the president 14 days before he called the attack in Benghazi an act of terror. Get the transcript.
He did in fact, sir. So let me call it an act of terror.
Can you say that a little louder, Kathy?
He did call it an act of terror.
Yeah, I'm glad that you recognize that Al-Qaeda is a threat, because a few months ago, when you were asked what's the biggest geopolitical threat facing America, you said Russia.
Which it is.
Not Al-Qaeda, you said Russia. In the 1980s are now calling to ask for their foreign policy back, because, you know, the Cold War's been over for 20 years.
Well, that's ironic, but what should those last two things demonstrate either A, about Mitt Romney, or B, about Barack Obama? It kind of highlights what I already said. Yes.
Barack Obama seemed more informed of the facts and the situations that other different ability, like felt like he had good reason.
Yeah.
It was a lot about confidence because Barack was kind of just sitting there. He was, you know, like he seemed confident. He knew his information, and Mitt was kind of like going back and forth, like, and I want that for. He was trying to act confident. We all knew he really wasn't.
Yeah.
And the moderator was like, proved him wrong, and Obama was just
kind of sitting there.
He was just like, say it again, like it was humor, but also confidence.
Yeah, it's bad when the moderator corrects the facts of the presidential candidate. Yeah, so two good things, like Obama looked more confident and he knew his facts. Romney had the facts wrong. All right, now, can someone, Pablo, can you turn the lights on? The moment you have all been waiting for.
I'm so nervous.
Oh my god.
There's the groups.
Oh, all right.
If I get with Rashid,
He's none of that.
All right,
Yeah, please. I want Reagan. I want to be first JFK.
What's JFK? What are you gonna say?
Now that we said that, it's gonna be.
I'm
back to Lisa. But like, if I know,
I want JFK.
friends, I am going to pick the pairings out of my little popsicle.
All the names.
How?
You have all the names.
All of the names are here.
Awesome.
I'm like 99%. If I got one wrong, we'll just pair them up. at the end.
Devin.
Devin.
Oh god.
Is with Pavani.
I got it.
She put your head down.
No, not Colin. No.
I'm not
Aaron.
Aaron.
Where are the groups?
Is with Jason.
Whoa.
Jason, you were so quiet today.
No. He was busy cuddling with Jackson.
All right, Keely.
Collier, what are you doing?
I'll just put Jackson on.
Sarah.
Oh my god!
It was totally random. I'm not going to do do-overs because then everyone's going to want to do it.
Liam and Rashid get so
Leon.
Oh! Please!
Come on. Yes! Yes!
Rashid.
Yes!
No!
That's proof! Alright. Rashid, sit down or I'll do a do-over for you.
Okay, it's a GG for everyone.
Oh, so you everybody just
easy.
Oh my god. Please don't poke me with that.
Okay, somebody wants Collier.
It's with Pablo.
I swear. What's Collier?
I'll go with Collier. I'll go.
Alright, Andrew.
Oh, Andrew.
He's in with Kevin.
Is with Collier.
Okay.
This game is over.
Me.
That was
Collier. That was me.
Alright, so let's go.
not that many people. Collier, I think.
Joey and Katie.
Oh. Do I not have a...
We haven't gotten to you yet.
Kevin and
You're with Violet.
You're with Violet.
Oh, actually, I'll take
you're good.
Oh yeah.
I have Pablo. Like, really good.
Violet's great at debate.
Alright.
Violet's also gonna be good at this.
She gets what she wants.
Alright, guys, get with your partners.
My partner's not. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you do.
That was the greatest.
Pablo.
That was the funniest moment ever.
Yeah, no. But see, after she got my name, I could see in the car your name in a second that she pointed out.
I was like this. I was so sad. I was
And you can tell by her reaction.
Already.
Yeah, he was like, It's I knew it was
Jack,
gonna be a college.
Jack, you wanna come over here?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna start with
It's already a GG for the other guys.
Kevin, you wanna fall back?
We're
gonna win this
Oh,
debate.
wait, huh? Who are you with?
Think about
Alright, what do we do? I have no idea.
exactly.
Oh, wait, we have to pick our
Yeah. Lincoln let go of slaves.
Alright guys, listen up.
No, but Liam, but there's Washington has a ton of good players.
I can also make
Big George, Big George, the BG. Big. Wait, no, GB. Big G? That's what I was
I want to be in that fair. That matchup will be the most interesting.
I want to go against Jinx. I was gonna say Big J. Big J is bad.
So bad.
You know what you asked Lincoln?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so yeah, you have more meat on you when you make it bad.
Alright,
You got slayed.
You weigh more.
I weigh 125.
Like, let's just look.
You guys are already having an debate.
No, we're strategizing.
Like, during the presidency, how many? We should look up how many people in the country died.
Yes.
She's totally good at that. Yeah, but
If it was during a war.
it's just that, 10 times, like 100 times more people died.
Oh, Dwight's already out.
No, I haven't. I looked 130 because I looked
I'm just
more
thinking
one
about
side.
Abraham and
let's say they beat us.
It's only I just don't know as much about that.
Hey guys,
Like 30.
hey friends.
No, I know. I'm
Kevin. I just keep it to a whisper. Joey's asking me a question. It might benefit all of you actually.
Oh,
What was your question?
so let's say they win against us and Rashid and Liam win against another team. Is it gonna like go against the winners? Like winners go against
Can it be
and then
tournament
winners
style?
go
Yes,
against
yes. So we
I don't know. I hate
We
like
already
that
know.
would be fun, but I don't think we have time for that. So when the class votes on who the winner is, it's gonna be based on your little score sheet that you have. You're gonna have to decide like out of all the teams who the winner is just based on their presentation.
Alright.
Yes.
But you're only voting the winner for the other. Like,
No, like, well,
you can't vote.
you're not voting on yourself.
Obviously can't.
You probably wouldn't vote on your opponent, but I mean,
So maybe
Well,
just
each-
don't vote in your debate.
yeah, don't vote in your debate. Yeah, vote on someone else's debate.
But what if so then you can't get.
I don't know. Let me think about that. Liam. You guys picked, right? Okay, Kevin picks.
Then you can't win.
You're not gonna just black class.
We will clean
That's big of ours.
Hey, we got George Washington. You got
You're
the big
so loud.
Lincoln.
Sorry, I just felt like.
Like honestly, like the room is so quiet. That you can yell. I got George Washington.
There's good points on both sides.
Yeah.
It's just who does
Well, that's one problem because one talking point for Lincoln is that Lincoln got rid of slaves while George Washington had slaves. That's
Wait, has Abraham Lincoln?
Exactly what George Washington created in America.
Yo, guys, can
Yeah,
you not
so-
pick Abraham Lincoln?
He did.
That would be nice.
At Valley
No,
Forge.
actually, do not pick Abraham Lincoln. Liam,
Word USA was
don't pick Abraham Lincoln because that means I'd have to go against you.
I want Lincoln. I want either Lincoln or
We don't have to go
Washington.
against that.
No, you are not.
Hey, Kevin, I want FJ.
No! That's a really good one because then people can't make fun of
Aaron,
it.
Aaron.
Actually, no, the arm
FDR. FDR.
It's like a thing. You can't make fun of somebody that died. So
FDR.
whoever had JFK. You gotta go.
Wherever Thomas Jefferson.
He drove too fast.
Alright, what groups am I in?
Oh.
Oh no.
Last pick.
Yeah, we get
Well, you get whatever's left.
We claimed the last one.
Who do we have?
Wait, we wouldn't be much together.
This is gonna be interesting. I'm not great.
Whoever gets Lincoln,
Oh,
goes
those are
against
both really
Abraham.
good though. Those are both. Here,
No,
you
don't
get
pick
one.
Oh shoot, I messed up. I pick you.
Yes!
Who'd you get?
Oh my god!
Roosevelt.
Oh my god! face.
Oh my
Watch
Oh
my
my god, I sold. We're
Alright,
going against
hey
it.
friends.
It's okay. If anybody can beat
If
them,
I
it's
need
okay.
to move people around the room to break up this little vortex of energy, I will, okay? This
That's a good one.
I
That's a
know.
good one.
I know, Rishi. So friends, you have 5 minutes, you can start talking to your partner. Oh wait, listen up. There is a tile, a topic tile. The topic tile has links to all the resources. Liam. The topic tile has links to all the resources. It has the rubric, which we will go over the rubric together before the debate. And it has it has links to websites and to videos about each of the presidents.
Ooh, that's nice.
Excuse me a second. Can we have a little
There's a lot of stuff.
Just give me a computer.
Card. Okay, Freeman.
You're so
Was it explorer for the British? So when they
He's a traitor.
no, so when they went
Okay,
and then he stole the money and it turned your marriage.
Didn't he also?
Miss Agnew, I
Yeah.
told my
Well,
son
bad
things
things
on the lake.
about
Which
this.
one? I'm gonna have to go back to that, just do other research right now. Guys, put your articles in this little space.
I'm getting
Yeah, I did.
from basically Wednesday.
Here, do you want to research the bad things about? Yeah. And I'll research the good things. Here. Yeah, we got 10. Yeah.
You're going against
It won't be till next week.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Oh, hey, friends. Friends, I have one.
But we can't make fun of somebody that died.
Good, good.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
I have one final announcement. Because of the way my schedule's working out, you know, I'm like absent from time to time for my student teaching classes that I have to go to. There is a double period that I'm going to be absent for, and I don't want to do the debate that period. And I don't want to do the DBQ that period probably.
Oh, no, you should.
Do you want to do the DBQ with Dr. Blake?
No.
So
When is it?
we might, I have to look at the schedule. We're gonna throw the DBQ in the middle of your debate research just because I want to get it done. You will have 2 periods for it. I'll send you guys a message just to let you know like the night before. I mean, there's no preparation you can do, but I want to, it may be this week. I want to be here for your DBQ and your debate. So Dr. Blake will have something else to do with you that day. Just warning you, it's coming down the pipe. All right, proceed. That's good.
You were about how much impact they had. If they died, you would pass up. You know, there was so much impact that they had less.
Wait.
Okay, I don't know. Let's see.
Here, you research on
This person is a very strange